Welcome to the Parsha Perspective. Each week, we will delve deep in a weekly Torah portion to find a practical and insightful way to enhance your daily life. Thank you for tuning in. My name is Rabbi Shalom Yemini, and each week we will look into the weekly Torah portion to find practical and insightful ways to enhance your daily life. This week's Parsha Perspective is in honor of our homeland, Eretz Yisroel. May God protect our brave soldiers, and may God return all the hostages from Gaza immediately. This week's Parsha Perspective is in honor of all those who need to experience a speedy and complete recovery. This week's Parsha Perspective is in loving memory of Edward Ben Efraim, Shlomo Ben Edward, and Yirachmiel Daniel Ben Gedalia. May their souls be uplifted and may their memories be a blessing. This week's Torah portion is Parshas Emor, Legacy of Holiness. Our Parsha begins with many laws specifically pertaining to Kohanim, to priests. We begin with the law that is applicable to this very day, the commandment that a Kohen must remain Tahor, ritually pure at all times. He may not come in contact with a human corpse or attend funerals, with one exception. The exclusion to this rule for a regular Kohen is his immediate relatives, his wife, father, mother, brother, sister, son, or daughter. But the Kohen Gadol, the high priest, can only become ritually impure for one person, a mace mitzvah, someone who has no one to bury them. However, a question comes to mind. Our parsha begins with God telling Moshe the following: Emor el ha-Kohanim b'nei Aaron va'amarta alehem. Tell the Kohanim, the priests, the sons of Aaron, and speak to them. But the Torah is usually very clear, very concise with its wording. So why does it repeat itself by saying the Kohanim, the priests, the sons of Aaron, the Kohanim, the priests at the time were Aaron's two sons, Elazar and Yisamar? What is the intention behind this repetition? The Ibn Ezra, Rav Avram ben Meir Ibn Ezra, gives a simple explanation. He answers that in Parshas Yisroel, in the Parsha with the Ten Commandments, as the Jewish people arrived at Har Sinai, at Mount Sinai, they were given a powerful directive. Moshe Rabbeinu relayed what God had told him on the mountain on the first day of preparation for Matan Torah, the giving of the Torah. Moshe Rabbeinu tells the Jewish people, "Va'atem tiyu li mamlechas kohanim ve'goy kadosh," and you shall be to me a kingdom of priests and a holy nation. The Ibn Ezra explains that although we are all directed to be part of a kingdom of priests, only Aaron and his sons can serve in the Mishkan. While the entire nation must be holy, the Kohanim, the priests, have a special task that necessitates diligence in their holiness and purity. However, the Kli Yakar, Rev Efraim Lunchens, the famous rabbi of Prague, gives a deeper and more profound explanation. He writes that God says, Kohanim b'nei Aaron, priests, the sons of Aaron, to negate, to invalidate an incorrect assumption about our existence. Generally, the further energy is removed from its source, the weaker, the less effective it becomes. Unless an uninterrupted force propels the energy forward, it diminishes with distance. The Kli Yakar explains that the Jewish people knew that the holiness of Aaron HaKohen and its power and its kedusha, and they witnessed his dedication to God and his nation. But they cannot say the same for his children. Would they follow in their father's path? Would they be equally as passionate and devoted to the priestly service, to God's service? Would they live up to the high standard of holiness and commitment that their father established? So God says to the Jewish people, he says, Kohanim b'nei Aaron, Kohanim, the sons of Aaron, to negate such questions, to tell the nation that Elazar and Yisamar match their father, they match Aaron HaKohen. And as they serve in the Mishkan, all will see their holiness and know that Aaron's standards have not diminished or declined. And despite not being exactly like their father, Aaron's holiness continued through his children and for all future Kohanim. The Kli Yakar's powerful lesson is ever more relevant as we inch closer to the ultimate redemption. While our generation might not be as holy or as wise as those who lived in the past, their faith lives within us. As the Lubavitcher Rebbe puts it, we are just small people on the shoulders of giants who will finish the job and bring Mashiach Tzidkenu. In our daily life, it is imperative that we recognize and respect each person's individuality and what they contribute to the world. A moral society is constructed on the efforts of those who came before us, allowing future generations to thrive. Just as Aaron's holiness continued through his children, our actions today are a continuation of the dedication and faith of those who came before us. And by making our own contributions, we ensure the sacrifices of the past generations were not in vain, paving the way to the ultimate redemption. There's a profound quote by Rabbi Lord Jonathan Sachs of blessed memory. Judaism is a truth that can only be told as a story, the truth that unfolds throughout the course of history as part of an experience for people who undertake a large journey, extended over many generations, continued by the act of passing their memories, their hopes to their children, so they never forget where they came from and they know exactly where they are going. Have a great weekend and a good Shabbos. Thank you for tuning in to the Parsha Perspective. Check out our website, theparshaperspective.com. Send thoughts and comments to theparshaperspective@gmail.com. Till next time, thanks for listening.